Hey guys, welcome to Motoroids. My name is Amit, and as you know, we give you the most no-nonsense, in-depth reviews of all the latest cars and motorcycles. And today we have something which is so entwined with the history of the Indian motorcycle. There are a lot of households, a lot of people, a lot of enthusiasts would rather trade their houses than trading their motorcycle, which is the Bullet 350, and its new avatar is powered by the J series engine. As you know, we have already seen the classic 350, we have seen the Hunter, we have seen the Meteor as well, and all of these motorcycles have already proven that the new engine and the new chassis and suspension and braking is very reliable, and all of that goodness is going to come into the Bullet 350 now. So just to get done with the specs first, this is 20.1 HP at 6100 RPM and about 27 Newton meters at 4000 RPM, and the power and torque remains unchanged. There is absolutely no difference there as compared to the classic. The chassis, the suspension, all the bits are more or less the same. However, the big difference between the classic and the Bullet, as mentioned by Mark Wells, the head and design at Royal Enfield, is in the person who sits on the motorcycle. And that's so true, because the people who really associate with Royal Enfield are the ones who love the Bullet, and they are generally people who are from the more traditional classes of the society. For example, if you go to Punjab, you'll find some really old farmers still flaunting their Bullets. We have some Bannas from Rajasthan, and this motorcycle really is steeped in heritage and history. Now let's talk about the primary change here, and it is the handlebar position. And if you look at me from the side, you'd see that the handlebar is slightly upright, and you have a more straight back while riding this motorcycle as compared to the classic 350, and that really is the one big major difference as compared to the classic. Now, right now I'm sitting on the top of the line motorcycle, which is the black gold variant, and this one is for 2,15,000 rupees, and as you can see, it gets both glossy and matte black finishes. There you see the standard black, and on the right you see the standard maroon colors. These are for 1,97,000 rupees. What is the difference? Here, the difference is just the color, because this is just a beautiful color, but you have the base variant also, which is available in military black and military red colors. There you will not get the dual channel ABS. You will get a drum brake at the rear and a single channel ABS, and that really mechanically is the only difference. In the mid and the top of the line variants, you will get dual channel ABS with discs. Now, if you look at the instrument console here, that obviously is also a little different, and you only have a speedo here, you don't have a tacho, you have a neutral indicator, battery, ABS and engine, and there you have the fuel gauge, one trip, and switch gear is similar, so you can cycle between various different screens of this minimalist screen using this button. So you have the second trip meter, and then you have the clock, and you have the odometer, and that's pretty much it. You have the Royal Enfield emblem here, and the ignition switch and the handle lock, which you can operate from here. And here, as you can see, you have this hooded headlight on the top of the line variant, and on the mid variant, as you can see, there is no hooded headlight. Fuel tank is 13 liters, and this emblem here also, as you can see, is very different on the top of the line variant. The mid variant has a different emblem. The engine is also black here. There you have a hand buffed engine casing. So there are minor details, but mechanically, as I mentioned, these motorcycles are pretty much the same. The seat height of this motorcycle is slightly higher than the classic. Here you have 805 mm of ground of the seat height. Also, I suspect that on the base variant, the tire size would be a little bit different. Here, let me just read. It's a 100 section front on a 19-inch spoke wheels up front, and a 120 section again on 18 inches at the rear. I suspect that the base variant will have a thinner tire. Apart from that, from what I understand, all the lighting on this motorcycle is bulb except for the tail lamp, is what I have been told. I cannot really make it out because I cannot peep through it, but the technical folks here have told me that only the tail light is different as an LED, everything else is bulbs. Now here you have these black mirrors, and on the standard variant you have the chrome mirrors. and it's a 5-speeder unit. The gearbox is the same as the Classic, and you can again have a look at my seating position as to how it looks. Apart from all of this, the switchgear, as I mentioned, is the same. You have this pass switch, high beam, low beam turn indicators. This is the horn. Engine will be fired up now, and my colleague is going to make you listen to the exhaust. From what we have been told, the exhaust has not changed. It should be the same as the Classic 350. Now the seat foam also has been increased, and this seat is supposed to be slightly plusher than the Classic, and obviously it's just a step seat. You have this ribbed treatment here, and the mechanicals, as I mentioned, are exactly the same. What I can really do right now, apart from having told you everything that was there to be told in the first walk around video, is show you these two other colors that we have available in a little bit more detail. So another small detail that I just figured is that the side stand on the mid variant is in chrome, while on the other one it's in black. So there are these little details which are different on these motorcycles, and there you have the mid variant mid maroon, which is also called the standard maroon. So you can have a look at that motorcycle. Now design wise, everything has been kept very similar to how the original Bullet was, be it the tiger lamp, be it this hood, be it the pinstriping, which is still, by the way, done by hand. There is no automation involved there, so these pinstripes are still very much hand done, and the very original glossy black color is also rocking there. At this point in time, this is all that I really needed to share, because I'll be riding this motorcycle tomorrow and I'll share my insights about how it rides. I'm pretty sure it'll rock it like the Classic and the Hunter and the Meteor have, and you'll get a very detailed, insightful, performance oriented review from me once I ride this motorcycle back in Mumbai tomorrow. I really hope that I was able to answer most of your questions about this motorcycle today. If there are any further questions, put them down in the comment section. I'll be very happy to answer them personally. Until next time then, this is your friend Amit Shangani signing off. Rev hard, rev free, and ride safe.